Good morning. Hello. Hello, it's me, just being late. Welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee, number 81, maybe? Have I missed the chat there of you all freaking out? Yeah. So all this, where's Annie? Where's Annie? I'm here. All the stuff I plug into the tablet for streaming, because there's only one USB, so I've got to put this side chunky thing in, and then a little light, and then the plug straight to the internet to make sure I get a good stream. And it makes it really top heavy to the right, and it's on a stand as well. So I went to start it, and the stand was going, whoa. I could start with that, but it may all crash and burn during the show, so I thought I'd sort it out. I'm also a bit concerned about my pig, so I was just checking up on him. He's a bit sad, but I will go into that. What have I missed? Morning and morning, everybody. Hope you are well. I've got my notes here. Got all that. I was here so early as well. If you're in the chat, you'd see I was about, and then I was managed to be late anyway, which is quite a skill, I think. Also, that I was working. Oh my God, it begins. I've been working on the computer, so I've been up, ready. And then realised that I kind of was pretty much in my getting up. When I get up, I always put my hair into the worst bun ever, but just to get it out of the way. And I went, oh no, I've still got that bun. So have some impromptu pigtails. I like to show you my t-shirt. I have to stand up. My mic is grumbly. I think it might have been a guinea pig drinking. It seems to be the same. I've got my tardigrade t-shirt on today. Yes. Why tardigrade, you think? Well, we will get to that if you've not already seen it. Yeah, let me know if the mic is grumbly. I think it might have been a guinea pig, because everything else is plugged in correctly. Yes, thanks to Andy2D6. It was my birthday present. God, stop yawning. I don't know if it's because I don't talk. I don't talk on a Sunday till this, so I haven't practiced talking. I need to talk to the pigs more. I don't think I yawn at them. So, we've got lots of new releases, and then also not. We've got Community Mini, got some restock, some Kings of War, all sorts of shenanigans. My boy Gregor is just being very sad. I don't like it. He's in the vets tomorrow. Him and Karen are going to the vets. Gregor is because he's got a long ongoing arthritis, so he's on quite a lot of drugs every day just to numb him up. But the last couple of days, so it made a massive difference. The last couple of days, he's just been just sort of sad and flopping about. I have upped them. But I think they need upping more probably. But because I've got the appointment tomorrow, I'll wait, see what the vet says. But he's doing what he was doing before, where he's not really eating as much. He's not eating as much good things like the hay. So he's just sort of flat wherever I leave him. But then when I am trying to give him his medicine, he's very fast at running away from me. So he's definitely not entirely a flop. And Karen is going in because she's got a bold belly and she's very angry. And I think she's got some ovarian cysts going on, so she's going to get a grab. She bit me at the weekend. Yesterday she bit me, and it's still sore. And when I was looking at the ovarian cyst checklist last night, I saw anger, something like increased anger being one of the symptoms. So I thought, that makes sense. And not that she just hates me more now. So she might need some surgery, but we'll find out tomorrow. It's it's fairly routine for pigs. She's just she's classed as a senior. She's not old. She's 4.5. So she could only be middle-aged, but it's hard to tell. Although they normally give me nips of love, but this was a chonk. I had her out and she just went chonk right on my arm. They are, when they want to bite, they just don't tend to. They normally do nice little nibbles. I can see you, Karen. Monster. It's a monster. So yeah, I've got a little bit of pig anxiety, but the vets I've got now are wicked, so looking forward to that. Looking forward to that. Woo! I've got full confidence in them, is what I mean. That I'm not freaking out because the vet's so good that they'll figure out what it is. Got this mug again. Seems to be making a regular occurrence. I think because it's the lips of love. It's a slightly larger mug, so it gets picked a lot. There you go. That was a present from my brother Matthew. There we go. If he ever watches this, still using the mug. I have decaf coffee with soy milk. Trying to get well. I did the coffee detox last year because I was drinking way too much coffee, and it made a really good change. And then it started creeping back up again. So I'm back on the the soy milk because it means that I don't really have that much decaf coffee because I don't like it so much with soy milk. So it's trying to get me to drink more herbal teas and things, which is all quite boring, so I don't know why I'm telling you. But that's what I have. So let's see if it's nice. That is a drink. Oh yeah, I could become pig woman. That'd be cool. They are quite radioactive. So we've got some new releases. One of which is a pack of 2 tardigrades, and after this I will be making a video called Tickling a Tardigrade, just because. So if you're aware of them, they're water bears, or what's the other one? Moss piglets, and they're very cute. They're what are they? Microscopic beings, anyway. Those tiny things, and so mine are absolutely massive. So when I was writing the scale on them, so I don't know what scale they are. They're enormous. But compared to 28mm figures, they're kind of pig-sized, which is pretty handy actually. So they're out. They're actually up on the website. I sneaked them as a release on Friday. And there's some wicked pictures of them. I put loads of spoilers, loads of teasers on Twitter on Friday of all the new stuff, and then a picture of the tardigrades on a windowsill in homage to the IT crowd, where there's dead fly on windowsill. So it's just without any text, and of course that blew up way more than all of the highly researched female minis. But that's always what happens. But that's quite funny. So I've snuck them onto the website. Where are we? Stuck them on the website, but I have lots more releases. I just didn't have any time, which just sounds like such an excuse, but time is just, I don't know at the moment. It's pretty wild. I just keep running out of hours, and it's suddenly time to go to bed, and all those things aren't done. And in the past, I would have forced myself to do them as I stayed up late. Oh god. So I'm actually, despite all the yawning, trying to get some sort of regular sleep pattern in. But I had loads of freaky dreams that I've not long woke up from. Loads of like Black Mirror style dreams. So they're all still in there. Oh yeah, I know there's all these alternatives to milk, but the point is I'm trying to not drink the decaf coffee. And I have soy milk because I use it in smoothies. So if I don't buy milk that I like, then I'm less likely to then just start drinking a million decafs. So that's the trick. But I pretty much just drink herbal teas anyway because they're better. But it's still that. What is it? I don't know. But yeah, anyway, work and stuff. My face is all wrong again. I spent last week going, oh no, my face, no. We've got hello to everyone who's come along. There's quite a good bunch today. Well, so the tardigrades are out. They're on the website. Boom. I can quickly show you a picture. I believe if I go to my chat with Bristol, I'll have shown him that. Oh, I could show you that actually. Oh. Hang on a move. Ah, there you go. If it can turn them. No. Gonna. I don't want the quality of my shows to slowly degrade as I get more and more tired. There they are. So the tardigrades. So I've put them on this wonderful. It can survive in space. So I've put them on a nice spacey background. Little floating around. That's the one that's very good to tickle. So we have that. They are out. Those enormous mushrooms I'm actually working on at the moment. So everything's been photographed, which always takes way longer than I expect. So it took most Friday morning to ink and photograph all the new things. I never ink the resin because it just looks good as it is. Although I tweak it because you get this very flat grey. So when I photograph them, I then mess about with the levels, sort of up the contrast. So it's usually putting the mid-tones down a bit, brightness up, maybe a little tweak of the lower tones, so you can see them better. But the metals are always inked. So I was inking all of that because I've started coming around a little bit to spraying them white, which I know a lot of companies do. North Star do, Statuesque do it so well that I used to think this stuff was resin before I stocked it. But because there's so many bits of detail on the samurai armor, inking it just works really well because it just sort of like goes blob of ink, like and the detail is revealed. So I was getting those all sorted up. And yeah, that took ages, as always, making sure it all looks nice. I found that 2 have already been painted because they were made quite a while ago. They were waiting for friends, so haha. So there's all that ready, pretty much ready. So I've got 4 packs of samurai, including 1 fantasy that's actually eked its way into the My Last Sunrise range. And then, what is it? What else we got? So we've got those. We've got the 2 packs of witches and the massive mushrooms that are in packs of 2 or a mega deal for them all. I need to just double check all my prices so I won't announce anything yet. All the metals are as you would imagine. I think, I need to go over it again, but I think the entire pack of mushrooms will be 50 quid, which is way better than I thought. I think sort of separately they work out at 60 quid, so if you buy them all, you get them for 50. I'm pretty much sorted on that. I just need to go back over my spreadsheet before I put them up. The tardigrades are going to get some more, as long as you buy plenty of these anyway, so you have to buy these. And then I'm going to get Restall to do some conversions and make extra tardigrades. Tardigrades for all. Whoops. Get. So yeah, they were all supposed to be out on Friday, and I feel bad that I did the Twitter. All this stuff, it's big release Friday! And then I just sort of Homer Simpson back into the hedge. And the day has gone. Because I obviously have a million other things that I have to sort of juggle around. So by the time I juggled all those, I was like, it's now bedtime. And yesterday, I was going to do some yesterday. I want to talk about burnout in a moment, because I'm very on the edge of burnout. So I didn't do any work yesterday. Oh, Shield Maidens riding tardigrades. Right, I got one of my mounted Shield Maidens, and I tried putting her on there. And she almost fits. I just didn't have a tool that worked. So if you've got flat pliers, you can just open her legs out a little bit more, and because they're all made from the same base thing, it doesn't matter which mounted Shield Maiden it is, they'll fit on. So you can fit them on there, but you do need to bend, and it's quite hard metal we use as well, so you do need to bend it and not. I think if you put something soft between the pliers and the mini, then you won't cut into it. And yeah, just a bit of. And then they fit on. That was the first thing, like, whenever I get anything like that, I'm like, can a Shield Maiden sit on it? They're in my office going, Grrr! I was trying to, like, grind it on. Because you can do that as well if you can't bend them. You can kind of just cut a little bit into the tardigrade and it'll fit on. I just didn't want to because it's precious stock. But yes, that is a possibility. So all of those things will probably get put on the website today. I'm not going to do much of a big shouty release because it is payday on Friday. which is the technically best day to release things, which is a weird psychology, because if I release them earlier in the week, you can think, when I get paid on payday, I will buy them. But apparently people wait till the actual payday, and then whatever is first thing they see, they buy that. So first new thing. So I probably won't do a full-on, full-on shenanigans till Friday, but I'll at least post them in Baggy's Cave. With right, so we got those new releases. So loads of stuff coming out. I've decided I will release Jean de Clisson before the Marne version's out, so I'll get her by herself. Oh yeah, oh yes, Edwin is right. The land army that sits on the cart horse might fit. The tractor driver definitely will, because she'll fit on anything, because she can make her sort of side saddle on stuff. Woman drinking cup of tea, that ATS lady, that might work. That's it. So like female minis that are realistic and weird critters, I think that's definitely the way to go. And I get to prove to Ristel and Louis, the caster the caster owner, lead CEO of Annie's casting company. They both were a bit sceptical when I mentioned tardigrades, and now I will get to say, Annie was right again! Haha! And then that's it, I'll just go just turn into making weird stuff and memes. I think that'll work. Oh, and the goblins! Yes, Felicity! No, they should be out today, as long as I get the stuff together. I've got till 4. So yeah, the goblins should be out today as well. I just might not post about them, but if you go on the website, then you'll see them. Goblins are lovely. I need to check the photos I've taken are any good, because again, I need to edit them up today. But, Soviet fighter pilot on tardigrade. Assorted tardigrade riders. I came up with the tardigrades when I had all those problems and I was in hospital, and then when I came back, I was stuck in bed, and then I was on loads and loads of medication that I didn't realise till it was at its peak. That was absolutely wiring me up. And I was chatting to Ristel on Messenger, and I was just totally off it. Ristel, well, we need to make all these things. And yeah, Ristel's pretty much like, go away, Annie, go to sleep. Oh, well, no, I've never been more clearer in my life. Tardigrades is what we need. And yeah, Ristel's like, what are the, no. But by the end of it, he was like, oh, okay, I get it now, I get it. And he then surprised me a little bit later. He's like, I've made the tardigrades. I was like, oh yeah, yeah, awesome. But they're so cute. So I'm really chuffed with maybe that's it. Everything happens for a reason. I got super poorly so that I could create tardigrades for all. Very exciting. Is there anything not improved by adding riding tardigrades? I don't think so. I think we're definitely on something. I like them because they look a bit like some sort of Nurgle or Plague Beast type thing as well. So I did think that they would be a good mount for some sort of, like undead lord or chaosy thingam. Yeah. So yeah, all those cool things coming out. I'll show you a couple of my photographs. I'll show you a scale of the biggest mushroom, because I still just can't get my head around how wild it is. So it's not a complete picture. Why won't it show? It's very odd. Oh, there we are. That's how big they are. They're huge. So in all my marketing, I have to get across just how huge they are. And what else can I show you? Showing you the tardigrades. We've got a couple of goblins. I like that guy. These are the Dungeon Goblins, if you've missed before. They're little helpers that live in the dungeons and help reset them after all the adventurers have come and sprung all the traps and collapsed all the booby traps and stuff. They come fix it. So he drills through the wall. But that is one humongous fungus. Ah, what a good name. Yeah, so the goblins will actually be in a one pack. I don't think I'm going to split them. I think I've priced them as well. I can't remember. But yeah, I think they just come in one pack as dungeon helpers. So, and I think they're decently priced. She says. And when I go for all my pricing, I think it worked out that I was able to charge less for them than I expected, which is always a bonus. It's the same for the mushrooms, because I was thinking, oh lord, they're going to have to be £80 or something. But managed to get it. I think 99% sure it will be 50 quid for all the mushrooms, which I think is amazing. It's a damn good price. What other shenanigans we got? Community mini. Oh yeah, so Edwin above there said it's probably a good idea to limit the community minis. I disagree because I was surprised by how quickly it took off, but it's definitely slowed now. So I think that obviously there's a lot of hype at the start because people are excited, and then I think it will naturally slow, which it has, which gives me a bit of time to catch up on things because it's kind of once a week, which was getting pretty wild. I think once they're released, once there's some sculpted minis as well, that'll help you because you don't want to keep putting money at stuff, and then you kind of want to see it through to the end, see how it actually works. So I get that as well. Obviously, still going to encourage it, and nearly unlocked Harriet Tubman. Just saying, just saying. But I'll get on the brief for all of her as well. I don't think it's that's kind of pushed me on the edge. So I've been suffering. I think I'm really, really close. Well, not really close, but on the way to burnout. There's just so many things to do, and obviously Community Mini has added to it. But again, part of that where you've all been lovely and said, just wait. You don't need to get it all done immediately. It's still that I've taken people's money, so I want to make sure there's some visible movement on it. But I'm really, really happy about the way it's going. And yeah, your help is very much appreciated as well when I get to that sort of researching the clothes and all that. Still need to get everyone's individual threads up, and the bone, because Baggy's Cave posts going on all the time. On that blog, there'll be links to all of those subthreads. If you ever lose them, you can find them on there. You can also search in the group, and the search is pretty good actually. So there's that. So the latest minis to be unlocked were Harriet Tubman, yes, who I was campaigning for, and I can't even remember her name. How terrible of me. And I probably can't pronounce it. Is it Ching Shai? Ching Shi? We'll have Annie's pronunciation hour now in the comments. So Harriet Tubman, I imagine most people know about. She was part of the Underground Rail Network, something. Underground Railroad, which was freeing slaves basically. So all sorts of little ways of smuggling people out, which is incredibly dangerous. She had a revolver, and she was rumoured that if people were starting to think about going back, she would pretty much go, "Are you going to go back?" Obviously, because one person going back could put everyone else at risk. But she seems like a proper hard ass, to be fair. And then she was in the Civil War afterwards as well, which is where the saber and pistol picture is from, I believe. Because there was a whole, is it a pistol? Is it a revolver? But there's lots of stories about the revolver during those years, and then the pistol and saber are part of the Civil War, I think. Nobody's put a pronunciation. So I think it was Ching Chi. But I'll watch some documentaries on her, then I'll get that nailed. She was a massive pirate who commanded a massive fleet, so she was one of the most wanted pirates. That's one I really wanted to. So I'm super happy with the two that won actually, because I wanted them to win. Because I wanted to do some historical pirate stuff, because obviously there's a lot of fantasy out there, but there's the people that were real, were living legends, as 'twere. So yeah, there's lots of cool stuff, and yeah, so that's cool. And you'd think there'd be more representation of that Chinese pirates. There's a lot of them, so it's gonna be ace. So yes, thanks for the community mini support. Don't worry, it's not pushing me over the edge. Everything else is pushing me over the edge. Let me just get this settled there. Here. That's way more comfy. Wasn't sitting like that. Can I repost the link to the blog? Is it not in? It might be in the comments. It should be in the image in the description of this. It should. Just gonna double check it is. They should have put it on there. Did she do it? Did she do it? I did! Yes, there is a link to the blog on there, in the description. Yay! Great. What else has been happening? Oh yeah, the burnout. Yeah, there's just been a lot, and I think I've been on a bit of a wibble for the last few weeks, really. Doing a lot better. Say I've switched my diet up, which again I always feel like an idiot talking about, but it's massive. Cutting out junk to try and help the brain out. So that's been helping, I think, trying to get some better hours in, moving a bit more. So yeah, yesterday I was thinking, oh, I don't have a weekend to look forward to because I've just got to do more work. And then yesterday I decided not to, but I still didn't want to just sit about. So I did rearrange all my kitchen cupboards and cleaned them all out and got rid of a load of junk. And now my kitchen cupboards and drawers are amazing. I even got those little risers where you get a little shelf inside a cupboard. What an exciting Saturday! But yeah, moving about is good. I need to do more of that. I think I've done more. I do lots of computer work. I think sort of kills my will to live because it's just sat there clicking. And each week now I've been doing X amount of packaging design because I'm still catching up, getting all of the packaging ready for the Scenics because they didn't have packaging before. So I'm doing a chunk of that a week. I don't know what else I'm doing. What else have I been doing? But yeah, there'll be lots of that sort of just clicking and hunching at a computer. I need to remember to get up and move about, and it helps. So it's a bit like that. Right, Thursday, and I was thinking, I'm going to go home. And then I decided to get lots of stuff all moved about. And I went, hey, moving about is good. Top tip. So, moving about, good. What else have I got on my list? Blisters! Not blisters. Blister packs. Do you remember me saying before Christmas that there was a national blister pack shortage, and all of the companies were freaking out because we all use the same one? So I was getting all these messages like, do you have any of this code? Do you have any of these? And it was where I was less altruistic than usual because I had a little bit of a stockpile, but I knew I'd need them. I didn't have excess, so normally I would have shared, but I was like, I'm sorry, I can't. I can give you a few, but I need these. So yeah, watching all the larger companies scrabble around for blister packs. I should have sold them for a markup. But yeah, the company that does them was super far behind, and I was expecting them end of January, and they came Friday, unexpectedly as well. So just go, here is a lorry load of blister packs. Like, oh, cool. That's good. So that's less stress. They're done. Yes, they're in existence. Again, before people go onto the don't use them. They're bad for the environment. They're recycled. They're made from recycled materials, and they are fully recyclable in your normal household recycling. And I mostly use them for trade orders, which is where they go to shops. Most of the orders through mail, you'll know by now, they go in the bags. The odd one doesn't. Depends what it is. If I feel it needs sort of holding in place with a blister, or if it's a bigger unit, it stays in the blister. But it's mostly for when they go to shops, so they look sexy on the racks, which is an unfortunate necessity. So there. The downside is when I start thinking, this is okay, actually. No way. So, oh yeah, I'm trying to keep even the decaf to a treat, but then it's not that great a treat because it's so milk. Gotta get those joys in. I've been eating way too much chocolate and takeaways and things, and I don't think that was helping my brain either. So hopefully once the sugar has left my system, it'll be fine. Mm-hmm. Oh, my boy. My guinea pig Gregor, he's still sulking. I might get him out. I'm going to get him out after this. Try and feed him. Got some very fancy hay from one of you. I don't know if you're watching. Thank you. But I'm going to get him out on my lap and give him some of that. See if he'll eat that. It's like I think it's too sore for him to move about, so he kind of just plonks and doesn't move. Plastics. Had a big plastic restock. Woo! So War Games Atlantic stuff was all trapped in customs or on a boat or something for ages, but that's all been restocked. So if you're waiting on any of those, the giant spiders, the halflings, what else did we do? The spiders, halflings, skeletons, they're all back in stock. They've been eaten. You've eaten your way through, so I think there's only like one of each left. So if you want them, go get them. What else do I have? Kings of War. Kings of War. You might have seen me pop up on the Kings of War group asking about multi-basing. And then I remembered what it's like being a woman gamer. I'm so used to people knowing who I am now. And if I'm in any sort of historical world, I think enough people know me. They go, it's Annie from Bad Squiddo. Going in a Kings of War environment. Going, hello, I'm new. Oh look, a creepy reply. Excellent. It's been some time since I've had one of those. But yeah, because they obviously all think, who's this woman? She must be new to the world of gaming. Let's be weird or patronising. Well, lots of people were just helpful. So I am playing Kings of War later at 4 o'clock because my housemate is Andy 2D6 and he's been missing playing Kings of War. So I said, okay, I'll have a game. And also, it's me playing a game because I haven't played a game for ages of anything. So I don't know much about Kings of War. I did read the book a few years ago. Obviously, new rules have come out since then. But when he gets back later, I'm going to read the rules while he's having his tea, just so I've got an idea. And then we're doing a demo game, a 1,000-point demo game on the kitchen table, which I'm excited about. I got him to make me a list. I said the easier it is for me, the more likely I am to do it and to not drop out. So I've got a horde of ghouls, a regiment of revenant cavalry, a unit of zombie trolls, balefire catapult, gorb light, revenant king, and a necromancer. Which is exciting. Oh, it's got all the special rules. That's handy. Oh, nice. I'm hoping it might fill the that old Warhammer gap I've got going on because of the mass battle. Yeah, it was written by Alessio, who wrote 6th edition, I think, or one of the editions. And I think it was a bit of a bit of a alternative to Warhammer. And I do miss the moving chunks of stuff around. But I'm not going to base anything special for it because I like it all being multi-purpose. So that's why I was looking at the multi-basing thing. I'm like, they're all on 20 mil. What's that about? So all my stuff I've rebased onto 25 mil rounds, so you can use them for dragon rampant and all that sort of stuff. Age of Sigmar if I wanted to, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, then I thought, if I put them into these unit size, I don't get as many of the figures I'm supposed to have because of all the larger. So then, yes, I was going, I don't know what unit trays to use. So I figured something out. I got some blank MDFs off war bases, and I figured out a way, with help from Andy by looking at what he'd made, that I should be able to make it look cool. But he's got an undead King's War army, so I'm going to be using that for my learning. But I figured it looks like the sort of thing I'd like, and I live in Nottingham, and Mantic round the corner from my office, so when the war's over, it'd be nice to have something that I've got a little army for that I can play. I'd obviously like to with Games Workshop, but at the moment I like that I can use whatever models. And my undead army is very old school. It's got a lot of old metal models in there. And I just really like them. And I think you're allowed to do that on Untitled. I don't think they're all official yet, so while I can do that. Whereas if I go to Warhammer World, I have to use all of their official. I think you can use their old models though, because they're still GW. I need to double check. Because I really like the look of the new GW stuff. I don't like to paint it. So you'll notice that the minis I make with Bad Squiddo are minis that I would enjoy painting. And it's all things that are either, single piece or they've got a bit of that chunk going on. But the latest stuff from GW is all very thin and elegant, not very bomb-proof, which I like things being bomb-proof. And I just personally don't enjoy painting them so much. It's one of the reasons I kind of gave up with Necromunda, because it wasn't enjoyable for me. But I'd like to have a game that I play there, because it is, so we're in Nottingham and it is super near. So I'm kind of tempted to do maybe like Blood Bowl, but use some old Blood Bowl figures. Because I love the old Hammer stuff, and I really get so much more enjoyment of painting things with larger flat areas that you can kind of go to town on your shading and stuff. Whereas the new bits, you just constantly got to paint that bit there. It's too much detail for me. So yeah, 95% of the world's lead equivalent is in Nottingham. It is. So yeah, and there you go. I've just realised my first world problems. Like, shall I play at Mantic HQ or at Warhammer HQ? But yeah, the new thing they brought out yesterday was immense. I did a good meme on Twitter about it though. It's so nice. I'm like, wow, from a technical standpoint, that is super flexing. Just on how cool it is, because it's like a person, and then the person's standing on the other person's headdress helmet thing. Like, whoa! I'm also like, yeah, that'll catch my sleeve and die very quickly, and I don't know how you paint it. So I think they're very, very stunning models, but not quite so designed for gaming, I think. But I think that's always been their thing, isn't it? They say that they do very nice models, and the games are an excuse to buy them. So fair play. Yeah, they're lovely looking. Now, other bits we got before I bugger off. Guess what? So yeah, I'll be playing that later, and I think Andy's documenting it on just as a battle report, not a live stream or anything, on his Andy2D6 channel. So if you haven't subbed, go do that. Oh yes, I was on his show again on Tuesday with Uncle Atom from what's it called? Wow, my brain's just died. That guy from that show. Wow, someone will tell me. That guy, he was on there. He was really nice. One of the biggest, very large war games channels. Talking about some of the stuff he's up to. That was really good. And then I seemed to unofficially become another co-host. Tabletop Minions, that was it. I became another co-host of that show somehow during the show. So if you're bored on Tuesday evenings, I believe I'll be on most of them. I said I wouldn't go on them all, so I'm not. I didn't say if it's a topic I think is boring, I won't go on it. And then someone said, well, that's not going to be good, because we'll see that Annie's not in the thumbnail and that it's probably a crap one. But no, I probably just won't go on it if there's something that I don't have anything to talk about, or if there's a conflict of interest, they're talking about a similar company, you know what I mean, one where I think it wouldn't be professional for me to critique on that. Because part of the show, every week, they look into the new Games Workshop stuff, and I don't mind talking about Games Workshop things, because they're not my level, they're like some godlike other thing. But I generally don't like saying anything negative about another company, even if I don't like the people, even if I think the people are awful. It's unprofessional. And I think, yeah, even if I don't like you, you're still trying to make minis and you're still out there, so it's still some sort of solidarity. So if it's sort of critiquing, if there's a show where it might be critiquing something where it's a peer, I probably wouldn't go on that one. And I tend not to critique GW, to be fair. I tend to mostly just go, wow, that's amazing, but not for me. So I don't feel conflicted, sort of about that stuff, because it's almost like, yeah, they're just in another world. They're in another world, and I don't think they mind. I don't think their CEO will be going, oh no, Annie said that our minis are too good. So yeah, so there'll be some that I won't go on if I think, yeah, it's probably not best. But then, yeah, then I won't be on one. You think, yeah, Annie hates it. That's why she's not on there. No. What about the rumoured Squiddo Wartlock collab? It's on ice. It's on ice. And seeing more of the stuff he's doing at the moment. I'm like, damn it, why is it on ice? It's on ice because I don't have the funds. It's like the worst time of the year for being a trader at the moment, because everyone's poor from Christmas. And yeah, it's a really good project, and I can't wait to do it. But currently the cash flow is tight. It's always tight. So yeah, it will be happening, but I've got to get some other stuff sort of leveled out at the moment. What we got on there? I hope you get your pizzazz back, Carol. You might have. It might have arrived. No, it wouldn't have arrived because you mentioned it. I may have sent you a secret thing on Friday, so it might come Monday actually. So that might get you. It's fairly easy. That might get you a bit of pizzazz back, maybe. Mm. Yeah, the secret thing. It doesn't need to be a secret. I was just getting some orders packed up, and I thought, I'll send Carol that. It might make her smile. And then if she does want to paint them, it's a pretty easy one. Yeah, I just thought that's the sort of thing you want to get in your post. Be like, what's this? Oh my! I think a lot of people are painting slump. It's a weird old time. I guess you don't have anywhere to go show them off as well. So, you should all just be nice to yourselves. I've got a painting enthusiasm, but I'm not allowed to till I finish Pig Castle. I'll show you where it's at actually, because I'll go shortly. But I've got the base coat down now for the greens. So this is just the flat, and then I'd have liked to do it this weekend, but I haven't got time. So this is the state of them now. So they've all got this sort of thing going on. And then I've realised, so the lighter green I've got, I'm going to dapple on there. I was going to paint the ivy leaves, but I think the dappled effect would be better than going for individual leaves. Apart from when I get to, so this is another sheet, 8 of these. So when I've sort of splodged them on for now, just so I can see the overall effect. But when we get to some of these individual leaves, I will give them, a bit more detail, so they'll stand out. I'm going to build them into clusters there. See how thick the paint is when we're splodging it on. And then once it's all together, I'll go tidy them up by just going around there. I'm going to do the little lines there. But it's going to look cool, isn't it? So there's a little taster. Yeah, Carla, you're not allowed a painting song. Carla's been painting more of the terrain. It's so good. I've put the pictures up actually. You might not have seen, but I've put loads on the website. So loads of the latest stuff's got packaging on the way, and the thumbnails are all nice and bright and coloured in by Carla. Look at these! So we just need to get the detail on there and tidy it up. Pig Castle will be ready for launch. I've ordered the fleece as well, so there's 2 of these. There's a bridge and 2 ramps, and on the bridge I'm going to build, I'm going to tack, I'm not sure how yet, the like long ivy or grass sort of underneath it, in strips, and that's going to be partly aesthetic and partly because it'll make a nice little hideout, probably just for Gregor, but for some of the others. So as much as this is an elaborate paint job, the castle I'm so happy with, because I've absolutely chose it on optimised for fun for pigs and fun for me, because I thought I just want to do a fun painting project that's not minis, so I've been really enjoying this. Once I got going anyway, I was a bit unsure at the start. But yeah, they can hang out on top of it, it's big enough that they're not going to throw each other off. There's space for them underneath, there's an exit on every single side so nobody can get trapped in. Well, they're not trapped in, but they get territorial. So if you can exit from any part, then that's really good. And say once I've got the fleece tacked on, then they can hide under the bridge as well. I love it. I don't know who's going to climb it. I think Nini and hello. Just go check on my boy. Oh, he's still there. Little Kip. I think Nini and Carol are going to be straight up the ramp. And I think that Sponge might do so afterwards. But I can't see Carol or Gregor going up there. They're too old. They can't be bothered. They're like, I don't want to go up there. It's a young pig's game. So that'll be exciting. I'm hoping to be able to launch that soon. Maybe next week. I don't know. I think that's all the things I need to talk about. New releases. So yeah, new releases will be up. They'll be up hopefully today, if not over the next few days, but again, don't see why they wouldn't be today. I'm playing Kings of War later. Woo! Playing a game. I'll take some pictures too. And week coming. The new releases out. I'll put a newsletter out on Friday, just rounding up all of the new stuffs. Nicely in time for people's paydays on Friday. Community Mini, just keep an eye on. I will be updating. I'm not abandoning it, don't worry. I need to get to start. What I'd like to do over the next week is to get some finalised designs for some of the earlier ones, so Eleanor, Zenobia, so I can get that to the sculptor, because then we can get some progress on it, which would be really cool. So I'll bump those threads up. I might do some of my crappy sketchings tomorrow. One of the reasons, again, I wasn't happy with that first one is I was drawing on this, and it was weird drawing straight onto the screen, and I like using keyboard shortcuts. So I found it a bit awkward. I've got my laptop here at the moment, which is what I've been working on in the kitchen. And I won't be in the office tomorrow because the appointment is in the afternoon, and I'd rather just stay here, do some work at home, then go to the vet. Just not go to the office because I've got to get the tram of doom. So I thought, yeah, I'll work here tomorrow. So I might do some of that then. It's mostly background stuff that's just killing me. I've got loads and loads of crappy background, boring bits to be doing. So that will probably take up most of next week. I'll be getting more packaging done. Hopefully doing the mega packaging. The terrain's getting there, as in like everything getting its own packaging now, which is beautiful. It's looking so nice. So you know the what's it? The packaging we have has the lovely painted photos on. All of the scenics are getting it, and I've been doing it in small batches, so it's not too daunting a task. And it's coming along really nicely. And thank you, Carla, who's largely responsible for that, because they are looking lovely, and the bright colours on everything just looks really lovely. Yes, should have had some examples actually. We've got any here. I have. Where are we? 1 second. No, I won't. I can't remember where I sent it. Oh yeah. Just me going through chats going, who did I send stuff to? There's a few people that anytime I get any sort of new graphic, they get me sending them it, going, look at this. So yeah, look at that. That's the adventurers market. It's so nice. Yeah, it's not going to be the best focus, but you get the gist. So all those latest ones have been painted up, and the entire of the market set. So that in a little thumbnail is crazy. I love the caravan. But all the proper pictures are on the website. So go on the website, have a look at the cool stuffs. So we're getting all of that stuff painted up, which is excellent. New stuffage, yeah, so new stuff, painted previous stuff, all of, oh man, there's a potential that I might get some casts of the Soviets next week, if not the week after. How cool would that be? I'm still toying with the idea of putting them into a Kickstarter, but I'm not sure yet. Part of me thinks it's just going to be another thing, because there are so many things juggling. And I need to get to that point, because I'm either going to burn out, or I just need to make some, take some breaks, find some good end points and things. I'd love a holiday. I was talking to someone about this yesterday, how because we can't have holidays, everything's building up, isn't it? So if I took a week off, I'd just be in the house for a week and it'd be rubbish, so there's no point in me having that sort of break. I want to get away. But obviously we can't because we're in a pandemic. So that is frustrating, because I'd love just a week going somewhere entirely different and not thinking about anything. Although I would, because that's what I do, because I love this, and I'd be thinking all about miniature design, but I wouldn't be thinking about the boring bits of work. Like, oh, have I ordered this? Have I restocked that? Oh, have we got enough sellotape? All that sort of stuff. I wouldn't be worrying about that. I'd be in a... ideally, I'd be in the woods and the hills, reading my books on female minis. Thinking, oh, that would make a good movie. Learning some things. Oh, it'd be beautiful. One day, can do it. Oh yeah, and I wouldn't have my phone. I'd have no internet. No one would know. I wouldn't tell anyone where I was. Oh yes. That would be it. Right, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to leave you to enjoy your Sundays. And I will enjoy my Sunday. Keep an eye on the website. Keep an eye on all stuff. Like this video. You haven't all liked it. You haven't liked it. I know you have, but you haven't. So, you know. Get it! Yes, I've missed something in the comments going on there. I don't know what it was. Yeah, make sure you've liked it. Thank you. I saw you just liked it there. Very nice. Take care, and I hope you have a good old weekend and a good next week. It'll be about 4 seconds till the next video next week, because time is going whoosh. So if you're sad that I'm going, I'll be back almost instantly. So goodbye! Yay! See you all!